Let me get this right. Yeah, that's fine. I guess. Welcome back. I'm not a reactor. I just react. If you know, you know, man. But anyways, today I'm gonna be reacting to Fentanyl Addict interview Blake. Now, you know what's crazy? It's like, okay, I'll be honest. I probably seen maybe a good 30 seconds. But it's okay. It's fine. It's nothing, right? It's nothing. But no, I probably seen a good, I don't know, I'm talking about 30. I probably seen like 5 seconds. But all I seen was bro just going back and forth like this, right? And so all I'm thinking in my head is like, bro, so anybody that takes fentanyl, this is what happens to them. They go back for, it's like they sleeping but up. It's like they up and then they sleep, and then they up, and then they up, and then they sleep, and then they up. You know, I don't know what's wrong with them. I was like, bro, you know, it's just like this video that's going viral of this Taco Bell employee, bro. I'm about to show y'all. Hold on, let me see. Hopefully y'all be able to see it. This shit crazy. Focus. Focus. Look at him, bro. Look at him. Bro, hey, dude, the customer is waiting for his food, right? The customer is waiting for his food outside his drive-through window. Look at him. He ain't even moving. He ain't even moving. Look. Look, he hitting his head, bro. He was hitting his head on the machine. Like, bro, there's no way you can be that high of something. Like, it's not really focusing. Bro. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do fentanyl, bro. It's okay to do a little weed. You know, it eases the mind. It eases the, stop you from thinking about certain things. But it don't make you do all of this what he finna be doing. It don't make you do all that. But hate it if you hate it. Like it if you like it, man. And subscribe to me, man. For real. Like, y'all keep playing. And I keep telling y'all I'm coming out with these videos. I'm not stopping. Bang, bang, boom, boom. They coming. So all I'm saying is like the video and subscribe to me, man. That's all I'm saying. It's that simple, man. It's simple. It's 2 steps. It's 2 steps. It's nothing. It's nothing, man. Like, but no, without further ado, let's get into the reaction. This is crazy. Nah, this is crazy. Like, look at him, bro. Like, dude, bro, that makes me, bro. It makes me cringe, honestly. Cause it's like, what is wrong? But like, bro, I don't like, bro. What does that stuff do to you, bro? Like, you can't sit, bro. You can't sit in a chair. See, bro, I can smoke, right? I can smoke weed, right? And I can sit with anybody and have a normal conversation, articulate myself, whatever, right? But bro is sitting in his chair, just leaning back and forth, half asleep, because of what he taking. Like, I just don't understand. Bro fell out the. What the? Bro, what? Did I just see what I think I seen, bro? Bro fell out the chair. Shaking my head.
All right, Blake.
Yes.
Blake, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I am from Fresno, California, which is up north a little bit from here, about 4 or 5 hours.
Tell me about your family growing up. You had both your
So
folks?
I am the oldest of 3 boys. I'm 29 years old. My middle brother is 26 years old, and my youngest brother is 22 years old. Currently going to college at Santa Clara to become a lawyer.
A lawyer.
Are you the black sheep of your family?
You know, I would definitely call myself the black sheep, and I would also call myself the scapegoat. You know, growing up, I learned about all those different profile types as we play different roles throughout our family. And the more and more I read about it, you know, my family kind of always used me as an excuse to. I was the troublemaker, you know, and they always use that as an excuse to kind of point the finger at me. But I would definitely say I earned that role. You know, it's nothing that they did, and I definitely, I played that role well. I owned it. You know, after a certain amount of time.
Do you think it was just something you have in your DNA and your personality naturally, or something happened?
No, there was something specific that happened. You know, when I was 16 years old, I happened to buy weed at school one time. And
But how you go from weed to fentanyl though? Like, how you go from weed to fentanyl though? That's my whole point. Like, cause you can't say nothing about what I got in my hand right now. It has nothing to do with anything. Can still react. I'm not falling back in my chair like these. About to fall out. Like, so don't even try to come for weed, bro.
Something happened where the kid I bought weed from, he got caught, and I got called into the office, and my principal asked me, "Did you buy weed at school? Yes or no? Tell me the truth." And I'll never forget this moment, because this moment of my life was a tipping point. He said, "Look, you could either deal with me, and I'll help you, or you could deal with the cops." And so, of course, a young kid, you know, I was scared. I got caught buying weed at school. I told him, "Look," to the principal, "I did it. I did buy weed at school, and I'd much rather deal with you than the police." Well, instead of helping me, he actually lied to me. He immediately kicked me out of school as a sophomore in high school. And at the
Yo, nah, that's crazy, bro. Y'all think that's crazy? Do y'all think that he deserved to get kicked out? Y'all don't think he should have got a warning? Like, if you ever do this again, y'all think he deserved that? Because I don't think so, bro. That's crazy. But you know, it's like, you can never believe the person that you trying to come to and explain your story to, because them, yeah, like, they always gonna lie to you. Yeah, I don't listen, I'm not gonna, do anything, and then bro get kicked out. Like, nah, that's crazy though. That's wild.
I'm getting kicked out of school, my dad had no idea that I had started doing drugs or smoking weed. My dad was devastated. I'll remember the first time when he came into the office that day, he put his head down on the office table and started crying and asked, "Why did you do this?" And what's the reason I'm telling the story like that? Because there's one theme that I always learned from that moment forward, is that you never tell the truth to the authorities. That's just kind of something that was taught to me at a young age at that moment. The first time I ever told the truth was the last time I ever told the truth, because when I did it, it immediately got me kicked out of school, and they lied. They said they wanted to help me, and they didn't, and so from that moment, moving on,
and then beyond that, bro, is a sophomore too.
Went to continuation school, which is a school in Fresno called Gateway. And Gateway is not a normal high school. It's a continuation school for all the kids who get kicked out of high school. And so that...
I didn't even know they had a school for other kids that get kicked out. It's called a continuation school.
I was going to school now, high school, once a week. Only on Wednesdays I would have to go to actually show up in a classroom, and all the other days I was doing work online. This allowed for me to start smoking weed all the time and hanging out with kids who got kicked out of school as well for doing similar things. And so the ball kind of got rolling for me to be that scapegoat, me to be that troublemaker, like I always, like I said, I always owned up to. Yeah.
You graduated eventually?
So from there, I went back to high school my junior year, and something I didn't mention yet, but since the age of about 9 years old, I've played baseball very competitively. I was on the best travel ball team in Fresno called the Twin City Twins. That's from the age of 9 to about 12. I was on the River Park All-Star Little League team, which was the first team in Fresno to ever go to the actual Little League World Series that's on television that you watch, you know.
Really?
We were on television, and we were the first team from Fresno to ever do that. And my high school that I went to, which is a school called Clovis West in Fresno, they're a Division I program, and they have a very good sports program. So I went back my junior year to a baseball team that was one of the best baseball teams in the nation, and I was one of the top third basemen in the nation as well. And so something that always helped me was that even though I got in trouble, I was an athlete. And, you know, athletes in high school get taken care of. They get tutors, you know, they get the benefit of the doubt with their teacher.
They have to get taken care of so they can stay on that team.
They get they can take their tests at different times because they have games, and so their teachers will kind of show them more leeway. So the fact that I was a baseball player definitely saved my ass, because I was always getting into trouble, but I was such a good third baseman that my coaches would figure out a way, you know, to get me out of trouble and to make sure that I was there on game day. And so, I went back as a junior, had a great junior year. I had a great.
Sound like they did that a million times, bro. The way he explaining it, how many times they do it.
Year, and I eventually ended up getting a college scholarship to go play baseball in college.
Shit.
So,
college scholarship.
The scholarship I got was to a Christian private school in Fresno. I'm a Christian. It was to a Christian private school in Fresno called Fresno Pacific. And Fresno Pacific. So I went to a Christian private school, and coming from a high school that was really like all about partying and drugs, going to a college program like that, I felt like I went backwards, you know. I wasn't allowed to have girls in my dorm room. We had a curfew. There was a zero tolerance policy for alcohol and drinking. And so, like I said, I didn't enjoy this college that I had chosen to go to. And so I told you this when I met you. The main theme of my life and my story is that I feel like there's always this piano about to fall since I got kicked out of school as a 16-year-old, because...
Why has got to be a piano, though?
I feel like there's always this piano that's about to fall, so rather than let the piano fall and wait in suspense, I go cut the cord right away, so at least I can say I am in control of it. It's like this illusion of control that I want to have. Mm-hmm. And so I told you that I didn't really enjoy the college I had chosen, so I started doing cocaine every single night. And I actually got kicked out of college as a freshman as well for doing cocaine and ecstasy as a baseball player. And so I got kicked out of high school as a freshman, and I got kicked out of my first college as a freshman as well, both because I chose to keep doing drugs instead of and enjoy the life as an athlete, you know. I was very fortunate to get an experience that not a lot of people get in life. First of all, going to college, I was the first. My dad never went to college, so I was the first man in my family to get a college degree. I'm very blessed to have that opportunity. And not only that, I was very blessed to get the experience as an athlete in college as well, which you think it's cool in high school. In college, you're getting free gear. You're getting, newspaper articles written about you. And so for me to fuck that up, excuse my language, am I allowed to cuss? For me to fuck that up because I wanted to keep getting high, something my dad always taught me was you can get high when you're 80, 90 years old, man, you know? Do it then.
Time. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I gotta disagree with you, brother. No. You think I'm about to be rolling at 90? Bro, Who, bro? I was about to trip over the cord, bro. I'm about to snag the cord, bro. You think I'm finna be smoking weed at 90 years old? My lungs ain't even gonna be able to take a puff. What are you talking about, man? Bro, that's not. Do not listen to his dad. Don't smoke at 80 or 90. It's too late. Ain't no point then. What? But, sometimes you do have to take breaks. But there's certain drugs you just shouldn't do. Such as fentanyl, cocaine, ecstasy. Don't do drugs, man. Because in certain cases, such as his cases, it can actually really ruin, a lot of things in your life that you won't be able to go back to. So, yeah.
Do all the drugs you want because at that point you got nothing to lose. But when you're young and you have this body, and
you do have something to lose when you're not your lungs. You think your lung, bro? You think your lungs gonna be able to handle that smoke? You ain't even gonna be able to, bro. It's no such thing as sitting in a car having a hot box no more. No such thing. No such thing. There's no such thing, bro. There's no such thing. I don't know, bro. Man, I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this.
You have this opportunity to see something that not a lot of people get to do. Take advantage of that. Don't take it for granted, because one day you're going to look back on it and you're going to regret it. And so I got kicked out of college as a freshman, took a year off, went to a city college for another year, and had such a good year as a sophomore at the city college. I got another scholarship to go play baseball now in Monterey. And so Monterey, I don't know if you've ever heard of Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is one of my favorite places in the world, Santa Cruz, California. Monterey is another city near Santa Cruz. And so I got a scholarship to a Division II there called Cal State Monterey Bay. And
bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just stuck on the fact that bro really think somebody finna be smoking at 90, bro. Like, bro, that's crazy. that got me, dude. That's like, nah. Don't say no shit like that again. See? Look at him. About to fall out the chair, bro. About to fall backwards. He out of there. He's out of there, man. Look at him. Gone.
Blake?
Calling his name.
Blake.
Bro, he done called his name 3 Blake. Wake up! Wake up, nigga! Wake up! And then a mic gonna fall off him when he fall back. I see the mic on his hoodie. Bro, Blake, wake up! Wake up! There we go, man.
I'm sorry, I literally just
Cal State Monterey Bay.
Cal State Monterey Bay, yes. Okay, so I got a scholarship to go play baseball now at Cal State Monterey Bay. I had one of the greatest years playing baseball of my whole entire life. I then got a scholarship to a Division II in Santa Cruz, like I was telling you, called Cal State Monterey Bay. And they're known for the aquarium that they have in Monterey. It's one of the nicest aquariums in California. It's a little surfer town, I like to call it a stoner town, a lot of skateboarders, and just, it's a really laid back area.
Stoner town.
It just so happens that my parents also
I ain't
have
gonna
a
lie
house.
though. Why is it that everybody, I ain't gonna lie, I peeped that though, cause why is it that everybody that ride a skateboard, everybody think that they're a stoner? Like, that's not always true. That's not always true. I don't think so. Bro. I know one thing. I was sober and somehow I broke my leg or fractured my leg off a skateboard. And I could never forget that, bro, because I was on crutches and I had a cast on for a good 2 months. And it was not fun. Watching all the other kids play. And I had to sit down. It was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. But ever since, I never touched the skateboard again. I tell you that.
Place called Capitola.
And I ain't never gonna touch one.
Which is like a really bougie.
'Cause I'm good.
High class little surf town that's real preppy, and a lot of people of an older age demographic live there, and a wealthier demographic as well. But I went to Cal State Monterey and had two of the greatest years of my life there, just overall. It was 2 years where I actually wasn't deep in my addiction because I left my hometown for once, and so I wasn't able to readily get drugs like I always was when I was in my hometown. I drank a little bit like a college. I drank a little bit like a college student normally does. I smoked weed here and there, but for the most part, I just had a great time living at the beach and experiencing my last 2 years of college. When I look back on it, it was two of the best years of my life because I wasn't suffering. A lot when I was young. 16, like I told you, I was suffering from addiction. I couldn't stop smoking weed to save my life, even though it meant my baseball career. I couldn't stop popping pills, even though I wanted.
See, bro, he trying to make it seem like, well, in his case or in that case, yeah, you can. Hey, bro, I didn't start smoking till I got out. Till I got out of school. So, I guess I'm just different like that. I don't know. I don't know how I did it. Because I ask myself that too. As much as I ask myself, how did I, why can't I stop? Also, I ask myself, nah, it's crazy. Because, I don't even know what I'm talking about no more. Beep, bop, boop.
Because, I just couldn't stop. That's the story of addiction, is that you want to stop. On Skid Row, there's no one here that wants to be here. There's no one here that wants to, barring a few people, you know what I mean, in a few moments. No one is here because they chose to be out here.
Bro, and if you are uneducated, Skid Row is a certain place, and bro, I don't want to mistake it for the wrong area, but if I'm not mistaken, it is definitely Skid Row in Los Angeles, and it's like a whole community of the homeless or the homeless people.
It's because that we suffer from a disease, and it's a disease where you tell yourself that you don't have a disease. That's the saddest part about it. And so, those 2 years in Monterey, I didn't feel like I was suffering anymore. I was away from home, and I don't know, I get emotional talking about it because the last 15 years, man.
Don't cry, man. Don't cry, bro. Don't cry, bro. You're gonna make me cry. Don't cry.
I don't know. I
Don't
feel like
cry,
I've lost
bro.
control of my life. There's been a lot of suffering, you know, and a lot of like loneliness. And when I graduated from college, you know, I went and I started working for my dad as a manager of his company. And I grew up as a welder. You know, my dad has a welding company in Fresno, the biggest manufacturing company in the United States. And so I grew up as a welder. I started welding when I was 13 years old, welded to when I was 26. And then when I was 26, I started managing the company. I managed operations for him, which means that I got the welders what they needed to build the equipment. I would go get the parts. I would organize shipments and everything, whatever. I'd set up everything so they had what they needed to build the equipment. Well, during this time, I met a girl that I fell in love with. She's I'm 100%.
Not the love story. Here we go. If I fell in love with a girl, bro, please, bro, wait. Bro, please, what happened, bro?
Armenian. That's my ethnicity, and so that means that I need to find a girl who's 100% Armenian as well. So that way I can continue the bloodline and our kids are 100% Armenian. And yeah, so I met a girl who was Armenian just like me, and it seemed like a match made in heaven. This girl was way too good for me. Way too good for me. She was a Sunday school teacher. She was a 29-year-old virgin. And she was...
He said, nah, bro, say a Sunday school teacher. A 29-year-old virgin.
If I
29 is, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Would you believe something? Would you believe a girl if she was 29 and she told you she a virgin? I don't know. I can't believe that one, bro. Come on, you done had somebody tickle your lip. Stop. Come on. Come on, man. For real. 29 though. See, a 29-year-old guy being a virgin, that's different. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. I can see that. But no, I'm sorry. I can't see a 29-year-old female being a virgin.
am the devil, she was an angel. You know what I mean? It was like polar opposites. And for the first time in my life, she made me want to do better. She made me want to stop doing drugs.
Wow. Dang, mate. Dang,
nah.
Hey, bro. You want to know what I said, though? I was like, I ain't gonna lie. You know, if you do find somebody that make you want to stop, you probably in the right place. I'm just saying.
And marry this girl, I knew that I didn't want to be hiding my drug addiction from her the rest of my life. I didn't want to lie to this girl. If I was going to marry her, I had to be honest and I had to be able to trust her. And so something that changed my life happened. I for the first time in my life, so for 10 to 15 years, I had been hiding my addiction from everyone, from my parents, from my girlfriends, from my coaches, from my family. I always hid it. Even though I got kicked out of school, I was always good at hiding it and keeping my appearance good from the outside. Well, once I started dating this girl, I decided that I'm going to tell my family and I'm going to tell my girlfriend that I have been suffering from addiction. I've been taking pills every day, going to work. I can't go to work without taking pills. I can't wake up even and get out of bed unless I take 20 to 40 pills. And
20 to 40?
No, all of it. Once I told my family that I had an addiction, at first, you know, they were by my side. They said that they were going to help me out. They sent me to my very first rehab. And I went to rehab. I was sober for 1-2 months, and then I relapsed. And, you know, they supported me again, sent me to my second rehab, where they were still supporting me. And went to my second rehab, and You know, 2, 3 rehabs go by and the story of relapse, and all of a sudden my family, they don't have hope anymore. You know what I mean? They went from very hopeful to they start
4?
reading about addiction online and the statistics and all the different things about you're an addict for your whole life. Once they start reading these things, they started to lose hope. And yeah, when I admitted that I had an addiction, my life changed. My house got sold. I lost my job. I lost my girlfriend. I lost my dog. I lost my car. I lost it all. I lost everything. And since that day, the last 2 years, I've been going to rehab, relapsing, living on the street. And I mean, that's what brought me to Skid Row. I was in rehab 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I was in rehab. I got kicked out of rehab for hooking up with a girl in rehab. I got kicked out.
Bro, he's a demon. He's a demon. He is a demon, bro. Not only was bro getting the Gucci outside the facility, he was getting it in the facility. Bro's a demon. Hey, bro, I ain't know you had it like that. My bad. I ain't know. I ain't know you was like that.
That rehab was in Orange County. When I got kicked out, I came here. That's how I ended up here in Skid Row, and I've been here for 3 to 4 weeks ever since then. But it came from me going to rehab. I mean, to this day, I still want to be clean. I really do.
What is your drug?
My drug of choice is, first of all, marijuana. Like I said, it started with marijuana. Then it's opiates. Started with Norcos. Eventually went to heroin. Nowadays it's fentanyl. I smoke heroin at times or fentanyl when I could find it. You know what I mean? But that's expensive as hell. And then crystal meth, Xanax. The only thing I really don't do is drink. I've never been a drinker just because I don't know why. Alcohol to me is just, I just don't do it. But there's really no drug that I don't do.
Are there addicts in your family?
I am the only addict in my family that I know of. I have one uncle who is an alcoholic, and he now is a born-again Christian, doesn't drink at all, but I am the only addict in my family, and that's the toughest part about it. It's weird because that's not true. My family and my culture is full of alcoholics, but it's different. Alcoholics are looked at vastly different than drug addicts. And that's one of the main differences is they look at me like I have this problem, but they drink all day, even at work, even on Sundays, and they don't see that as a problem. It's no different. You know what I mean? But for me to say that is almost like an excuse to them. You know, they don't want to hear it. They don't have a problem. It's me that has the problem. And so
nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie though. Nah, like, let's not act like people that drink alcohol a lot, like, that's not an issue, bro. It is. Like, let's not try to make one thing seem bigger than the other. Both of them is big bubbles. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with because all the information they have is they have no experience with it. It's all coming from the internet. It's all coming from what other people say. And man, I've tried so hard to help them understand what it's like, but I don't think they can understand.
Where are you staying now?
Right now, I'm staying in a tent. Staying in a tent on Skid Row that with someone I just met a couple weeks ago, and
how are you supporting yourself?
There is no supporting myself. I haven't eaten any food in 7 days, man.
Huh? What? I ain't gonna lie, that hit. I ain't gonna lie, that hit, bro. That hit. Cause they really be out here. It really be like that for them, bro. Like it's really not a joke for real. Like it really be like that for them. Like they really be out there. Don't have nothing to eat. Like I I wouldn't even thought that. I ain't even think that. Bro said 7 days. That's a week. It's crazy because it don't sound like a lot, but when you think about it, that is a lot. Like,
Carried a fridge 10 miles last night that I found on the street to hopefully sell it today to get some money hopefully, you know what I mean, go get some food and get high. But you know the truth is that this opportunity right here was one of the best things that I could ever do because um, you know, I want to go back to rehab. I still have insurance. I still have insurance that's really good. And so I want to go back to rehab. You know, there's also a bunch of arrests in my story. There's a lot of arrests that I didn't even mention. And, you know, it's not that they're important, but the fact of the matter is that rehab is where I need to be. It's not that I want to. Do I want to be in jail? No. I want to be in a facility getting better. You know what I mean? Curing my sickness. A sick person should not be in jail. A sick person should be in a hospital or a facility. You know what I mean? And so.
Are you talking to your family?
No. No, I haven't spoken to my family. And no, I've spoken to them in the last couple months, but not since I've been to Skid Row. You know what I mean? So.
But you still have hope of getting your life together?
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to do it. You know, I read a quote one time that said, success is falling down 7 times but getting up 8. You know, I could fall down 20 times. As long as I get up 21 times, I'm successful. And so, man, you know, being out here, I mean, people say you need to hit your bottom, you know what I mean, to overcome this addiction. Fuck, man. There's nothing more I want to do with drugs. I'm over this. This isn't fun anymore. There's no fun being had doing drugs, okay? When I was when I had money, that's when I was doing drugs. That's when I was high all the time. You're not high out here on Skid Row. None of us have money. None of us are able to even purchase the drugs that we want to purchase, let alone food or clothes. Look at my hands, man. I haven't showered in 4 or 5 days. Look at this sweatshirt. You know what I mean? Look at my hair. Look at this beard. Like, I can't even tell who I am when I look in the mirror, you know? If you saw a picture of me or you saw what I looked like when I was working and when I was doing it, it's fucking scary, dude. But you know, this is what drugs does to people, and you know,
what's your biggest fear now?
My biggest fear is that
my
mom or my dad die while I'm out here, you know, and I don't get a chance to fucking be there for them, you know, or I miss out on something important.
Bro, Blake.
I'm a family person, you know. I'm the oldest, like I said, of all my brothers, and you know, you can't trust anyone out here, man. It's fucking terrible, dude. By nature, like I want to help people, you know what I mean? I want to have relationships with people, but every single person I've had a relationship with in the last couple of years has just turned out to fuck me over, man. And that shit's hard to deal with.
Blake,
what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
Most important lesson I've learned in my life is that I don't know, don't take things for granted because you're not going to get this time back. You know what I mean? And I hope I can look back on this time. You know, I'm still 29. I'm still young. I hope I look back on this time and say, you know, I'm glad I did it when I was young. I'm glad I experienced all that stuff when I did experience it because I could say I got it over with. Because I'd much rather be doing it now than when I'm 50. I see guys out here who are they're done trying. You know what I mean? This is where they're gonna end up, and I just want this to be part of my story, part of my trajectory, not where I end up.
Well, that's the end of the video. Hopefully Blake does find help and, get his life together and we see him, progress, on social media somewhere. But if you stayed to then, I appreciate you. Subscribe to me, man. Why you keep playing? But if you didn't, maybe next time. I'm out, man. Catch y'all in the next